to Josef's, Model Railway and Toy Room. And it's a very quick video today. Consider it a bit of an update, more or less. I've done a lot of videos at the moment. They're already scheduled that will be coming out I like to release them on a Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. And I've got a few and some excellent ones coming up, including we're going to even see a train in the next couple of weeks in motion. So some exciting times to be said. And I'm trying to shoot them and queue them up because we're going to get to a busier time of the year for work for me where I won't have as much time to commit to it. So just trying to build a few up. But the reason is just to give you a bit of an update on some things that will be beyond my control and they will affect the flow of some of these videos. Of course, we're always going to need to get some wire in to start to wire up the track for the layout. So as a result, we've had the wire arrive, which is absolutely fantastic, a bit of bus wire. Before we even get to that, you're going to see a video where, unlike everyone else that talks about wiring, I'm going to take you a step back and I'm going to talk about the actual wiring regarding the general power outlets in the room and what I'm going to do to just isolate the layout. That's in another video. The other thing, of course, was the turnout motors we need for the points so we can start drilling the holes for the points before we start gluing our track down. So thanks to a wonderful deal that was managed to be acquired because of some code on eBay, we managed to get a pack of 12 of these Cobalt DCC Concepts Cobalt IP point motors. What's interesting about these is they retail for just about $50 Australian, and plus by the time you add your postage, you're up to $65, $75 depending on where you shop for one of these. Obviously the advantage is you want to try and, if you're going to need more, buy in bulk and save. But I don't mind telling you that this entire lot only cost me $235. So make sure you keep an eye on the coupons that do turn up. I'm really not into that, but that's a heck of a saving because I knew these were going to be expensive and I thought I was only going to be buying a few at a time based on the budget. But when a deal like that came up and I checked the cart and applied it to it, I thought that's absolutely fantastic. I'm a little disappointed in some ways. I know it's a pretty pedestrian thing to be buying, but the packaging that it came in is a little bit ordinary considering what we had when we bought the Alpha series for the points and that. It's packaging. Do we really mind? No. I want to try and just save you some money from the get-go here. Of course, I'm a big follower of Charlie from Chadwick Model Railway and watching a video regarding track cleaning. Now, in fact, I probably should have opened this drawer first. I believe down in the drawer, I do have, I can't find my other one, but I've got a new one in the packet, Pico track cleaners. I've been using it for years, the little rubber that you go around and clean the track where you get a little bit of a debris or just a bit of a dead spot. You give it a clean, everything comes to life. Been using it for years. And on that layout that I've recently sold, it worked pro and con. One, as you did it, it would create a bit of almost a fine sort of a dust that would lay across the track, which sort of added a bit of a weathering effect, I guess. But in time, the locomotives are picking that up. And every time you're cleaning it, there's a bit of a debris. And even when you go around with the vacuum cleaner, you know it's there because the track cleaners eventually wear down. And I said, oh, I don't want to really get that happening. I'm actually a person who's not trying to weather track and keep it realistic. I actually am always trying to achieve what I saw in the Hornby catalogue, which was a pretty clean looking state. And I sort of want that. I like seeing the metal on the rail. I don't mind that by the time the ballast is done, the sleepers don't look as plasticky. And if they do a bit, as they will down in the fiddle yard, I don't really plan on doing anything down there but just slapping track down, well, so be it. But I do want it to stay clean and I want it to be running well. But not just that, my locos are not going to be getting a really heavy rotation. I'm not in here every week running locos to the point where they're probably going to need really hardcore servicing. By the time mine have probably expired, I'd just buy a new locomotive. And at the rate I'm going, I can't really see that happening in my lifetime. However, we do need to keep the track clean. So Charlie's done a magnificent series of videos on track cleaning product and a lot has happened. And one of the things he talks about, INOX MX3 is the particular liquid, and of course it's a contact cleaner. It's also something that doesn't leave a residue, and we pop it onto a cloth and go around and clean the track. I'm going to give you the links here to connect and check out his videos. And he's done all the hard work, so I'm not taking anything away. I really appreciate that. But what is interesting, and I mention this to anyone that's not in the UK, because often it's always a mention of a product and it's only £5 from your local model shop and all of that. Well, I am hundreds of kilometers away from a nearest model shop. So a lot of stuff we need to do is online and things like that. But this track cleaner seems practical, and I need to look at that. So he talks about it and brings a little bottle up that he makes mention of, which is 125 milliliters for £7. Now, generally with the currency conversion, we just basically double the figure. So if it's £7, expect 14-15 Australian dollars. Then, for people like me, the most practical way to get the product, because we don't have a lot of stores up here that are necessarily going to sell the product, we're going to need to factor some freight in as well. So I just worked on a rudimentary calculation and looking about it. That similar bottle can be about $24, $25 here in Australia by the time it gets delivered to me. So then I started doing some calculations there and I thought, well, hang on a minute then, 125 mils. And then I spotted the fact you could buy a 5-litre bottle of the exact same product. And I said, that seems pretty good. Plus you get a free applicator. Delivered at $70, $75. And then I thought, hang on a minute, that's starting to make a bit of serious sense, and dollars for that matter, because based on those calculations, 125 mils, we work it out to the 5-litre mark, would mean you would need to buy 40 of those little bottles. And at that price of $25, we're up to about $950, $60, something like that, if we're to buy it like that. So if you have a lot of track, and I can't see this going off anytime soon, there's no best before or expiration, I think at $75 you can save a considerable amount if you're going to pursue this type of product for your ongoing track maintenance and cleaning regime. So I think that's definitely something we need to just keep in the back of your mind. You can buy this product in bulk. You get a free applicator with it as well. I wouldn't be using the pump action. I would decant into something like this, and I'll probably use a different bottle, and I'll just be taking it onto the cloth and then doing it. I'm a long way from getting to the track cleaning still, but I thought it was, I really took notice of that video and was just trying to make sure I can get everything in order where I can. The other update I just want to make as well comes into two pieces. We're waiting on some other pieces of track at the moment for the feature station that will happen behind me. And the other thing is, as you know, there'll be a raised section of track for the return loop traveling around the board. Now, this will be discussed in later videos. The point is, there's a few sections that'll be behind me that'll open up to a roadway where I'm going to cut a section of the board and slope it down, and another bit creating where I'll cut a section of board out, drop it, and create, I don't want to say a river seam, but basically a bit of a causeway is what I'm trying to create there. So I need a few little bridges and sections and pieces of magic plastic, let's just say, that need to fit in. Most of all of this stuff has been needing to be acquired from overseas, and due to current world events, there are major delays on a lot of things. So I'm just pointing it out that there can be a lot of momentum going on with what I'm doing, and some of it might be a little delayed because I'm just waiting on parts. That's why I'm trying to get what I can. So there's always another project to keep me going. Any more than just while I'm waiting at the moment on the copy decks to get track down, which is where I'm actually officially waiting at, which you'll see in another 2 weeks' time. I've already working on another project to do with the electrical, which you'll see coming up. So I'm going to shuffle some numbers with my videos for the ones that are still coming up. You're going to still see them on the Friday. We'll keep them going the best we can. So thank you so much for watching. You don't need to subscribe and all the hard work. Don't worry about that. Just enjoy them when the videos come out. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Toodles!